And we're live. What's up, homeboy?
Good evening, John.
Good evening,
I didn't.
Andrew.
I didn't put anything out on Facebook. I guess better do that.
Yeah, I guess you could now.
Just throw up, say,
Hey, we're on.
live.
We're live. Hey, so
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Pops is back home.
Yes.
That's good, dude. That's
Yes.
great news.
It's good. He's way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Obviously.
How are you feeling though? Like less driving, less commuting, right? Is that a
Yeah, but I'm
big
about
relief?
to about to screw all that up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But
Are you
yeah,
gonna move further away?
No. We're looking at a place in Fredericksburg.
No shit.
No, I wish.
Oh,
How great would that be?
I guess, yeah. They don't like brown people in Fredericksburg, dude.
Why not?
I don't know. It's a German town, man.
No, it's Jews they don't like there.
Is it?
They don't like Jews.
Is
Nazis, Jews.
it? Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I'm just being stupid. No, it is. It's nice. We still got like weekly doctor's appointments and stuff like that. But that's a lot easier to manage. Probably the biggest thing is I can go home. If we gotta go to a doctor's appointment, go do it.
Yep.
And I can come back and go to sleep. I don't have to go there, get them settled, get my mom and dad settled, and then drive to my house. You know what I mean? I can
I don't know how you were doing that. I think you cured yourself of your narcolepsy.
Probably.
I don't know how you were doing that, man. I mean, I do know you're doing it because it's your parents, you love them, you want to take care of them, so you're gonna do what you need to do. But man, that's probably wrecking your sleep, dude.
It was tough, man.
Wrecking that sleep.
Dude, come on.
Oh, great. Your social media is gonna be all fucked up again.
Nope.
Is it working?
I've been having problems with
Facebook and Instagram.
No, Instagram.
Mhm.
Like twice now I've tried to upload a picture or something and it gets stuck uploading it. And I've got good service or I got good Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter.
Was your app not
And I gotta the app was up. That's what I thought. So I'd have to delete the app.
Yeah.
And then reinstall it. And then it'll work fine. It's working fine now.
Weird,
I don't know.
man.
It is weird. But yeah, so he's home. He's got weekly wound care appointments, and he's got home health coming in doing physical therapy, and we got a nurse that comes in and stuff. But I'm kind of getting some preemptive OJT on nursing.
Sure, yeah, because they're coming over and you get to see them in action.
Well, not that, but I've had to actually fix his wound vac twice now. So, I've been paying attention when we go to his doctor's appointments, ask a lot of questions, how do I...
Nurse on the fly, dude.
Yeah, so, like, in fact, it's 4 o'clock this morning. My dad knocks on the door. He's like, hey, come fix my shit. I'm like, all right, it's leaking. So, go in there, and it's just in an awkward place, man. And I you're not familiar with it, but basically they put this sponge inside the wound.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's what they call a bridge. So the sponge is about that wide, and it comes out along his lower back. And then they tape all that down.
Okay.
And then they cut a little hole in the film that they put over that sponge.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where the wound vac goes on. So like where the hoses are is like a little adhesive flange that goes over that.
Mm-hmm.
And you tape it all down and everything. Then you turn it on, and it pulls negative pressure through that. And so the sponge is actually like the whole idea behind a wound vac is it pulls pressure, so it's gonna pull any drainage out,
any moisture out, right?
That, and then it also pulls the blood to the wound to grow more tissue.
Yeah.
And so the end result is the wound heals quicker.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I've been having to kind of patch things up here and there, but and it's more, it's certainly a lot easier for him. Just them packing the wound and putting the dressing over it versus having the wound vac, because he's got this hose that comes out and he's got to, wherever he goes, he's got to carry this little bag. I mean, it's tiny. It's about I don't like that.
He needs a little fag bag, dude. A little hip pack.
Little
I got one of those, dude. I got one. I run.
fanny pack.
A little fanny pack, dude. See?
Well, it's a little bit bigger than that.
See, it's thin though. It's just to put my phone in there.
Yeah.
And like maybe my a credit card or something. But
It's got the carabiner for.
I put that on there because when we were in the river, when we went on our vacation,
Put your keys on it.
I actually attached my flip flops to it.
Oh, nice.
You know, in case I went in. But then I never ended up losing my flip flops. But yeah, that was just in case I wanted to attach my flip flops on there. Oh, because I'm smart like that, dude.
That is handy.
Yep, MacGyver.
So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on.
Cool, man. When you're like, since you said that the home healthcare nurses are coming over, has it like made you more excited to?
Oh,
Pursue
you don't
that-
even know, man.
pursue that
You don't
career,
even know.
dude.
In fact, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to screw my whole
Okay.
thing up. I just got accepted and enrolled in Howard College. In San
Yes,
Angelo.
dude.
So I got a lot of work to do to meet the deadline for June.
And you can do it.
So well, I don't know
Mhm.
if the cards fall right, then yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of late getting the registration process
Mhm.
going, and one of the classes that is a prerequisite that I need. So I need anatomy and physiology 1 and 2.
Mhm.
I really need to do microbiology and English comp.
Okay.
Are the 4 classes that are prerequisites going into the
you
program.
knocked your English out.
I did, but I don't remember what the cutoff was for the CLEP. I seem to remember it was like 45, and I got like a 47, so that was good for CCAF. Well, Howard, you have to have a 50,
Oh,
but I don't remember. I won't know until I get my transcript.
transcripts.
I mean, that was
so you can
8
see the
years
score.
ago. Well, the problem is I'm so late getting registered because I kind of just made the decision just to do it.
Dude, I think that's how things work, man. That's how I plan a lot of our trips. Kim now just lets me do it. She's like, just plan it. And then like I'll wait a week out and like, let me just pick something.
Yeah.
It's the best. And maybe this is one of those things where it's going to work out.
Well,
Do it that
I'm
way.
sitting there kind of talking with my dad, and I think, and I don't know why we do this.
Mhm.
I guess maybe, we always sit here and think, we'll wait for the right time,
Yes.
the right time to do this, and well, what is that? Well, what is the right time?
Now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you're right.
Yep.
Now, like so. When my dad goes, it's never going to be good timing. It's never going to be
Yep.
perfect. You're always there's going to be something. And the good thing with this is so I don't make the cutoff for June.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Okay.
I'll be ready for the next.
Yes.
They do every fall they start a new nursing program.
Here's the cool thing though, Andy. You already made the decision to start doing it.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
working your way towards that, and that's better than not working towards it.
I agree.
So
I agree.
that's good, man.
So I'm gonna do that. So I need anatomy and physiology 1, obviously, before you can do anatomy and physiology
Mhm.
2. Well, all those classes are filled. Well, I got an email on Thursday. They opened up some extra classes. Well, I couldn't get the lady. I went there Wednesday. The lady gave me. They didn't process my application.
Yeah.
So the VA advisor, who I do all the school stuff with, he's like, I got that fixed. So
Okay.
go up to the admissions clerk on your way out, and she'll get you your login information. So get my login information because Thursday was the deadline
Mhm.
to register for classes online. It didn't work. I spent like 3 hours with tech support. They reset my password, still wouldn't work.
Is it
still
on
wouldn't
their
work.
end?
Yeah. The lady wrote down so I finally got my acceptance letter, I guess on Friday.
Yeah.
And she wrote down my student ID wrong. She transposed the numbers, so I was putting the wrong numbers in. So I got the letter and I logged right in.
Nice.
But they weren't there on Friday, so Monday I gotta go straight there after work.
Did you log in on that new Chromebook, son?
I did.
Nice.
I did. It is such a nice.
Are you gonna
computer.
go back to school shopping and everything?
Yeah.
Get you some,
Maybe does Bugle Boy still have an outlet? I'll get you some Bugle Boy
Bugle
jeans.
Boy. I remember everybody was like, "Oh, you got the Bugle Boy jeans, son." Bugle Boy. Yeah, it's like tax-free
Maybe-
weekend, dude. You need to
Maybe
go
give
hit
me
it
some,
up,
some
son.
Doc Martens.
Some Cavaricci jeans, dude. Remember those?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Gonna be a schoolboy again. You know what I say about school, though, Andy, right? School's for suckers, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Education is
well.
good, especially if it's something that you have an interest in and you want to pursue it, and it's a necessity. Fucking go for it, man.
Yeah.
But there's not really a school for being a lazy ass. So that's what's
Slow
awesome.
slacker.
Yeah. Schools are for suckers.
That's OJT, man.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school? School for slackers. Slacker you, dude.
That's where I got my start. I did Cisco when it
I
was
did-
Cisco Junior College.
I did a
Yeah.
class there. Let me tell you about them motherfuckers. Dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you did some of your schooling at Cisco
I did
too.
one.
Yeah.
Took a mini master for speech.
Yeah. I took that class too. A mini master.
So
Is Howard not accepting that mini master
No.
speech? Oh.
no, that's not the problem.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who screwed me. I don't know if the Air Force is still trying to screw me
Mhm.
or if Cisco screwed me. Either way, so I ordered my transcript.
Okay.
Right now, remember, I took that class in 2010, the speech mini master.
Mhm.
I applied and went to TSTC for the paramedic program in 2013.
Okay.
I ordered a transcript from Cisco because I had to have it.
Yes.
They sent the transcript, no problem. Order the transcript for Howard,
Mm-hmm.
and they come back and they said, you got a hold on your account. You need to call the business office. So I call the business office. They're like, yeah, we're showing tuition assistance only covered a portion of your tuition. You owe $153. And I was like, huh, that's funny because
Guess I'm not going to school now.
you guys gave me a transcript in 2013 and there was no hold.
Yeah.
And so what's changed in 5 years? Crickets, dude.
You're quiet, dude.
And I was like, I don't think this is right. I don't think I should have to pay
Yeah.
that. And they said, well, sir, we're sorry, but if you want your transcript, you got to pay $153. Maybe they missed it,
That's
and
fishy.
I had to have it.
Yeah.
You know,
just-
I have to have it. So I just forked up the money. So I don't know, because what am I going to do? I mean, I can't.
I would have called the education office. What's up, suckers?
I don't know what they're going to do. I'm not active duty.
It doesn't matter. They probably still have. They you give them your social. They might be able to look into their system and see. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. They only paid like 400. I don't know. Whatever.
But done deal.
Yeah.
Good, man.
So yeah, I gotta do anatomy, physio. I gotta do microbiology. Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, dude. Everything you're talking about, I'm just
To
like.
study
what is-
like viruses and
what
bacteria
is this,
and
dude?
amoebas.
Does it deal
I
with
guess.
oil or hydro?
And statistics. That should be fun.
Golly, that's good though, man.
But
I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome.
so if everything works out,
Mhm.
so if I get in one of these extra classes they started, I'll knock out two classes this semester,
Mhm.
and then anatomy, physiology, and another class next semester. And then the summer, I'll finish up with it, whatever I need for prerequisites. And then I'll apply to the nursing program. If I get accepted, I'll start the nursing program in August. And then I can say so long to M2
Where is that nursing program that you're going to be applying to?
in San Angelo
Dang,
at Howard College. Yeah, they're affiliated. I think they do a lot of stuff I'm
They
assuming
probably do a lot of stuff at Shannon, right?
they do a lot of stuff at Shannon. I remember seeing like student nurses running
Yeah.
around wearing like Howard College scrubs and stuff. So
That lifestyle's like Grey's Anatomy, I heard, dude.
let's hope.
You'll be laying a lot of pike on some of them nurses.
I'll keep you up to date.
Some of
on
those
that
male
for
nurses,
sure.
you'll be laying some what? You remember
There's other nurses.
I would always clown
the
base hospital. I'd always say, like, you know what? The cast of Grey's Anatomy could probably run Dice Hospital a lot better. Because honestly, the hospital on base is not a hospital. It's just a shot clinic, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not a hospital anymore. But I used to always get so frustrated up there. Like whenever it come to meds or certain appointments, I would get so pissed off at them.
Well, I understand, like
Yeah.
have a head cold or whatever, or a sinus infection. So you go see the doc, right?
Yeah.
There's a PA, lieutenant usually, and they prescribe you an antibiotic or whatever, right? Like they're in the same building as the pharmacy, so like we're gonna put in your prescription and everything. So then you go down there, and you got to go like register, sign in,
Yep.
and go up there, and you got to go like put the you got to, I don't know why, you got to go tell them to start filling the prescription.
Yeah, it's
I'm like,
weird.
what the hell, man? You're in the it's
like he or she just told you from up there that it's in.
Yeah.
You're like, now you have to activate it.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait.
Oh, sometimes that wait is long. So
I feel bad. Anymore. I feel bad for some of those old people, man.
Yeah.
Those old vets that go in there and they probably spend half their day there.
Yeah, I've seen some of them just lose it on them, dude. Have you ever witnessed any of those? Yeah, they get pissed, dude. What the fuck? This shit was here last week.
Or they'll have one window open.
Yeah.
And one person, and yet you see 4 or 5 people go into that place, and you're like, what the fuck, man?
What's going on?
Union.
Maybe. They work with finance. They are in that same.
Yeah,
that same clique.
Nonners for sure. But I'm kind of nervous.
Don't be.
I'm kind of
yeah. I mean, it's natural.
Well, I mean, not just that. It's just I'm older. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna be in there with a lot younger people than me.
Mm-hmm.
In this program. And I was real lucky when I went to paramedic school. We were actually all about the same age.
Yeah.
We all had a little life experience. There was a couple other vets in there, and I'm sure it'll be the same way.
Yep.
But I just see walking in that school.
Yeah.
As a 35-year-old, those kids that are in there are young,
mm-hmm.
and I hope I can keep up.
You will be, dude. They like to do beer bongs and shots
Me too.
of beers. You're gonna fit right in, dude.
Me too. Wonder if they got a frat.
Are you gonna move onto the campus and live at Howard, dude? College boy. That's good, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. It's gonna suck for a while, but it'll be worth it.
I think if you just suck it up for a little bit, man, and then it is gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, and then the bachelor's is all online after that.
Yeah.
So I'll do that right away, and then look for a master's program.
You're gonna be a real nurse, dude.
We'll be going to
not a bootleg.
It's kind of scary.
Don't be scared.
Holy shit, they're gonna. It was when I went to paramedic school, I equated things that they were teaching us. I was like, oh, okay, so the cardiovascular system's like the hydraulic system on the V1.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that.
And the instructor was looking at me. She's like, what are you talking about? It's like, okay, well, your heart is the pumps, the hydraulic pumps on the engine.
Yeah.
And she goes, you lost me. And I was like, okay, well, that's how I'm going to get through this.
Yeah, and you made those two relate, and it helped out. That's awesome, dude.
And then I remember, we were talking about, there was a part where we were talking about setting up a landing zone for a helicopter, a light flight helicopter. Mm-hmm. And somebody raised their hand, was some girl, she was like, yeah, I don't understand, why is it important to make sure that we land them into the wind? I don't understand that. How am I gonna? And I was like, it's every aircraft takes off into the wind and lands into the wind, And I explained the physics behind it. And the instructor's like, well, would you like to come up here and teach the class? I was like, well, I'm just saying, man. She asked a question. I would. I was like, at the time, I was like, I am a professional military instructor. If you'd like me to, yeah, it'd be cool, man.
Think of the resume you've got now, dude. The things you've done, aircraft mechanic, big time, right? In the Air Force, crew chief. You're a crew chief. You also were an instructor. Got out, started crewing again for the mercenary mechanics.
Yeah.
Paramedic. Now you're fixing to be a nurse, man. That's good, dude. That's an impressive resume there.
Bunch of firefighting certifications.
There we go. I forgot about that too, man. First responder stuff. Yeah. You're a superhero, man.
I don't know about that. I'm something. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say superhero.
You're a superhero.
It's cool, man. It's it's a noble profession.
Yep.
And I owe a lot I owe a lot to the nursing staff and the doctors too. You know, for my dad being able to be home. You know what I mean, and just some tremendous selfless people that we got to witness.
That's cool, man.
You know, just some like, I guess you don't think about it really. You know, you go to the hospital or whatever. You go, you know, but when you're in that was a long-term care thing.
I was gonna say for the care. I mean, you're just getting that care all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we just like if go to the emergency room for some stitches, you're just there for a few hours or whatever, you know. But these people really they invested in a relationship with my dad. They cared about him. They
know his background. They know his medical history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they actually start to form a bond.
Absolutely, you know. And you know when he was leaving places, like so many people come to see him and wish him well on, you know, going on to the next step. So it's cool, man.
That is pretty cool, brother.
And the market's real good for it. They really need a lot of nurses, and so they get paid pretty well.
Yeah. What color scrubs you gonna wear? Like
blue
ones, white ones?
It depends on Fuchsia? The hospital.
Ooh, get some OD green. Get some OD green ones, dude. If they let you pick whichever ones you want.
It depends on where you work. Like I know, like Shannon, like all the RNs they wear blue.
You look blue. Like that group from fucking Wild Wild Country, dude.
Yes.
I want my scrubs to look like what's his name? The Husha Heshway or whatever. Ashwa.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah. The Shamu.
What is cool though is Carhartt makes scrubs.
Nice.
So
there's a company that makes scrubs. I can't remember their name, but supposedly they're almost kind of like on the athletic.
I'm not athletic
of that, you know, and they're like really comfortable. They got like that 4-way stretch, not quite spandex, you know, but
yeah.
So I can't remember the name of that. If I find it, I'll message it to you or send you the link to them.
Spandex, huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, my jeans.
I'm Andy the Murr.
My jeans are got those 4-way stretch.
Johnny
from the Wrangler 4-way stretch. They're awesome, man.
Johnny, I'm here to check your blood pressure.
You don't check it down there with your mouth.
Beats is so stupid.
Why?
He'll come in and I'll see him and so you fucking suck a dick and save a life yet? I'm like,
oh my God.
And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, don't you know that's how you stop nosebleeds?
Oh my gosh! Where did he get
what are you doing, man? And Chris is in there. He's like, there's a line, man. Can we just stop? Can we just like, and you got Beats going, man.
It's funny.
Yeah, Beats. Nobody beats the Beats.
Nobody beats them.
So yeah, that's what's going on with me, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna be living in San Angelo, man. Pretty much. Commuting. So how long do you think that this, from start to finish, what are you giving yourself? Year and a half? That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah, I figure if everything works out, like I'll probably quit in August of next year. So.
Well, we might not even be working there anymore.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't know.
The way government contracts go,
we wouldn't know.
You might have a job today, tomorrow, you're shit canned.
And that's a lot of the reason why
the gamble.
Why I'm doing this, is to have something that's lucrative to fall back on, that's going to be a good career.
Yeah.
You got your AMP and
that I don't know if I'm ever going to use again.
Well,
if I had to, I could.
But that's what it is. It's something to fall back on. And that's what's important, I was, I've been in the office at work the last 2 weeks, and this kid come in. I think I talked to you about it. This crew chief. He's working on RCS vein on 123 in Bay 1, and he was talking about how he's getting out in 2 months and everything. And this kid was sharp, man.
Yeah.
Like he had a plan. He already was in the hiring process for Lockheed in Arizona. He was already enrolled in college, so
using those educational benefits.
That was good to see.
Yep.
Know? I really kind of felt bad for him. Like his leadership was guilting him in like making him feel bad because
he was wanting to get out.
That he was wanting to get out. That he was choosing to do what he thought is best for himself, what he thinks is best for himself. And you know, they threw his EPR rating in his face because he turned down his test date. You know, and
it's his choice, man.
It is his choice.
It is his choice. You think any of those guys are like, hey, man, you got to remember your core values. Service for self.
Maybe, but at what point? Well, I mean,
that's wrong to do that.
It is, but you know, this is what I told him. I said, when you leave this place, you did your time.
That's what I was going to say.
You served your country faithfully and honorably.
He enlisted for maybe 4 or 6 years. He gave that up, you know, put that in. That's his service, right? He wanted to do that. And now it's time for him to move on. I don't know. Then you could almost, I'm not saying that it's the job of the supervisor to try and keep people in, but it's also the job of the supervisor to know when that person is going to be happy, you know, because you don't want a guy that's working for you that's going to be jaded, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I kind of disagree with you on it's the supervisor's job to keep people in. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
I think it's the supervisor's responsibility to educate their troops on staying in, not so much, you know,
on trying to keep
them in.
Okay, yeah, maybe I meant to say it that way.
All right, hey, so you're getting out, cool. So what are you gonna do? What's your plans? All right, let's sit down and figure out your budget and see what you're gonna need in the event you don't get a job and this and that, and see if somebody is actually ready, actually making a good educated decision to get out,
just bailing
versus you know, I think that me personally,
make sure all their ducks are in a row before they bail,
and then say, you know, one of the things that I always talk about is healthcare, because it's expensive as shit on the outside. You know, I don't know, man. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I think if that kid's
I mean, I worked for you a couple times throughout my Air Force career, and I mean, what if I told you, like, I was like, hey man, I'm getting out.
I would probably,
like, I'm not being forced out. Like I'm making the decision. Like that was.
No, honestly, the first thing I'd probably say to you, if that's what's gonna make you happy, man, go for it. And then I'd probably ask, what do you plan on doing? And then we'd go from there, you know. And like you said, I'd probably see if you were ready, you know, if you're making the right educated choices to get out, you know.
I guess the reason why I say that is I remember one time, I don't remember who it was that was talking about getting out, but I remember Harold Hackett, man. That dude was just preaching this kid and telling him you're making the wrong decision. You know, you're fucking up with wanting to get out of the military. Like, he was making it sound like the Air Force is the only thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe the grass isn't greener on the outside, on the other side. You don't ever.
But how was he to know, though? He was just an older NCO.
Exactly.
He wasn't even out there on
exactly
that
what
grass.
I'm saying. I think that's where a supervisor's responsibilities get a little skewed. You know? Like, I think probably his intentions were good. Yeah, we all want to train ourselves out of a job. We all want to keep good people in. You know, man, like that girl that works in COSO, Sergeant Benz. She is awesome at her job.
Yeah.
And she knows COSO like the back of her hand. And you know, if she was to decide to get out, I could sit there and say, dang, you know, that really, the Air Force is losing a good person. You know, they should really try to keep her in.
Yeah.
But why? Because she makes our lives easy in COSO? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, that one person can save the Air Force. They're the chosen one.
Well, you know, it's kind of ironic.
That's how they spin it to people, dude.
It's ironic. Like, I didn't want to go to the DET. I don't know if you ever knew that. I didn't really want to go to the DET.
I didn't either.
And I think everybody kind of I don't know, maybe not. Maybe this is just my ego, but I like really loved the flatline, loved what I was doing out there, and I didn't want to leave it because I thought like maybe things wouldn't happen the way they were happening. You know, maybe not that I was the one that was making it, but if you start taking people off of the flight line, man, well, guess what? When I got to the det, those airplanes still took off every day.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's why I told that kid. I was like, because he understood, like, when I told him that, he's like, he goes, you know, they put so much on you, like, you know, and because they abuse us crew chiefs, man. They abuse us, you know.
Yeah.
And he goes, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, they make it sound like I make this place, you know, I'm the reason why we make sorties and why the airplanes take off. And I was like, but dude, once you get out, guess what? These planes are going to still keep taking off. It doesn't matter. Tides change. People come and go, you know.
And if people are doing the right thing and training themselves out of a job, it's just going to be a cycle, man, and it'll keep happening.
And you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, and hopefully that cycle will improve.
Yeah.
Through the years. Yeah.
And hopefully you can leave your mark and leave the place, the airplane, your section, whatever, you know, you can leave it better than you found it, with whether you trained people right or you helped somebody in some way, you know. And
here's the thing though too, like that kid has his mind made up, like, I'm gonna do it. I was gonna get out at 15, but I also had doubts, like, do I want to do this, or do I just want to just stick it out for 5 more years, get that retirement? But I'm also ready to go, you know. I love deploying. It's great, you know, but I was getting tired. Man.
He had family.
Yeah. And then Maury Wilson's the one that, you know, talked some sense into me. Pretty much the most, just saying how time is going to fly by, you know. Do the time at the detachment.
Well, now, I guess you kind of add that variable. I would say maybe then it is a section chief's job or something like that to retain somebody at 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, because I think you get to a point where you get fed up with things, or you know, things are wearing on you or whatever, and you're like, man, I could get out, I could go do something different. I wouldn't even have to worry about this stuff anymore. And but at that point, you know, 15 years versus 4 years, you got a whole hell of a lot more invested at that point, you know.
So yeah, it's one of those
things. I guess it depends on the.
Yeah, like I wanted to, but I didn't. I was a little uncertain, man, you know, but this kid sounds like he knows it. He's got that path. I would tell him to keep going, man. Do it.
Well, he's
determined.
From our short conversation, he's wanted to always work on airplanes since he was a kid. This was his avenue to get started. Yeah. And he wants to be an electrical engineer. And
cool,
and you know, parlay that into the aviation field. So more power to him, and he's got a plan. He got into it. He got some experience working in an airplane. Now he's got some college money, and he can go do that.
That's cool, man. What rank was he? Senior airman.
He's senior airman.
Cool, man. That's good.
Yeah.
He did take away somebody's strut, though.
Well, I mean, he didn't test, so not really.
Well, they gave him a promote, didn't they?
Well, on his EPR,
yeah,
that's
they could have given that to someone else.
That's what they want to make you think.
That is such a dirtbag thing to say.
It is. It's screwed up. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
It is.
Yeah, they're trying to guilt him.
It's wrong.
Piece of shits. Bitches.
I was like, dude, shit, man. Hang out. Maybe you can come if you don't like it. Come back in the Space Force, dude.
The Space Force. I laugh, dude. I'm telling you, maybe 30 years from now, we're going to be doing something like that. Like, they probably laughed when they're like, Air Force.
Yeah.
We got the Army Air Corps. We don't need that shit. Look at it now, right?
Look at it now.
Hey, we're on episode 11, dude.
11.
We're in the double digits.
We've been gone for a little bit.
For a minute, I think, because
summer hiatus,
little summer break. stuff was both going on my end and your end. You know, it was a little busy, but we'll get them back going, man. I think we've done this before where we took like 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
You know,
how was your vacation? Your vacay?
It was awesome, man. Well overdue, well deserved. Because I was right when I got out, man, in 2016, I went straight to work at the airport.
Yeah.
And then I just worked for a year there, got on with M2, no break, 2 years.
Yeah.
So finally, I was able to get the vacation, and
because you guys went to, did you go to Port Aransas in 15?
Yeah, yeah. Was it 15 or 14? Yeah. It was about 2 years, man, since we did a vacation. So it was really good, man. We went to the New Braunfels area and did the Comal, did some tubing, and then we jetted up to Austin and hung out there. Did I tell you? I think I did tell you. When we went up to Austin, we got there in the Fairmont Hotel we were staying in. There was a convention, RTX convention for video games and computers. And they had a lot of personal, like, artwork and stuff like that. And Jaden, he knows about that stuff. He's my gaming nerd, right? I created a monster. But he's like, RTX is here. I was like, what the hell is that? And he told me what I just said. It's all about gaming and everything. And so there was a big old line to get into this convention center that's actually was attached to our hotel. So we go in. I'm like, I'm going to get the kids tickets. We're going to go to this convention. People all dressed up. I guess these conventions now, everybody can dress up. It was almost like a Comic-Con. So we went in there, and of course, we're surrounded by people all dressed up as these characters. And I started noticing everybody already had badges. So I'm figuring these people ordered them, like pre-ordered their badge, came in the mail. They're just going to get in there, whatever. So it was just one line. But I started looking around, and everybody has the badges. As we get into the convention center, there is metal detectors. And those trays, almost like you're going through the airport. I told the kids, took the phone out, put my keys in there. I was like, put your stuff in those trays so we can go through and we'll go buy tickets. We get in there, and the convention doors open, and we're in the convention. Free.
Nice.
Free 90 free.
Nice.
I didn't mean for that to happen, man, because I really thought I was going in there so I can just go buy tickets, man. So we stay in there for about 3.5, 4 hours, just absorbing it all, right? Taking it all in, seeing all these new video games that are coming out, and like I said, artwork. It was all in one. If you went in there, you would have thought you were in a Comic-Con.
I bet Jaden was geeking out.
Dude, I was. We all were. Me and Kinley and Jaden were just nerding out. Kim stayed back at the hotel. She's like, you guys go have fun, so she just was hanging out in the room. If you ever get the chance, man, stay at that hotel, the Fairmont.
Pretty nice.
Dude, baller. It's only been open for like 5 months. I'm rich. That's why I tell the kids, I'm freaking rich. Don't worry about it. Such a lie. They think their father's rich. But yeah, so you stay there at that hotel, dude. You look out, you can see Lady Bird Lake and all of downtown Austin, 6th Street's all right there. Dude, they got those little scooters everywhere, man. Those electric scooters. It's crazy. And you could just walk up to one. If you want that scooter that's on the sidewalk, go to that app that's on the scooter, and then put your debit card in there, and then boom, that scooter turns on, and that's your scooter. Just cruise it around to wherever you want to go. Just put it on the sidewalk, and you come back out of the store, it's gone. It's not your scooter. You get another scooter, and you just
crazy,
right? Technology is wild. But yeah, the trip was good, man. We did that, and I loved it, man. I didn't want to come back off vacation. I ate up like an extra day too, just because I was just having a good time.
That's like when I'm going to take a trip or go on leave or whatever. The week before and the week after you get back, it's just miserable because you want to get gone. You want to get going.
Yeah.
And then you're like, shit, it's over. I got to go back to work.
I didn't have that feeling though.
No,
I didn't have it. Yeah, I knew I was coming back home, but I was just like, oh, cool, that was good. I think I hadn't vacationed for so long that it was just good that I did it, man. And I liked it. I had a good time, man. We did a lot of paddle boarding.
Yeah,
I'm in love with that, dude.
That was cool.
I love that. I think for the Christmas, I'm gonna get the kids some paddle boards. And apparently, I'm just looking it up here. They do it at Fort Phantom. They have like a stand-up paddle board place there. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing that more. I love it, man. It was fun. It's a good time.
It looked fun.
When I got on it, I thought it was gonna be sketch, dude, it's like,
Really?
yeah, it's awesome, man. I started thinking about the Titanic, like when she was holding onto that door.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck she just stand up on this
Just
door?
stay-
Because that's
yeah.
what it felt like. I was standing on a gigantic door. It was cool, man, because that door was floating, right?
Yeah.
Stand
It
on that
was.
bad boy. Yeah, if you ever
That's
get the
I'd have to
opportunity,
figure.
man,
I'd
you
have to
need
figure
try
out
it.
a way to like strap a cooler of beer to it.
You can. You put it on the ass end there. They
Yeah.
got like those little straps you put on there. You can sit down. I started looking into it some more. They have subs. Listen to me. Stand-up paddle boards for fishing. Stand-up paddle boards for like all around, and then
Mhm.
stand-up paddle boards that are actually more shaped like surfboards if you take them out to the ocean.
Oh,
So
okay.
they have a wide variety. I think for a beginner, just get an all-around one. And,
Yeah.
and dude, they're fun. They're so fun.
Dude, paddleboarding in the ocean would be sketch.
That'd be scary, dude.
That'd be crazy.
I love it, but I don't think I would want to do it.
I'd be
in
like,
the ocean, man.
Johnny.
Yeah, dude.
As I float out to sea.
Some of them have like a little sail that you can put on the front of it. It's like a little round circle, almost
Oh,
like
shit.
you know those little sun visors you can put up in your window
Yeah.
and they fold out. It's like that, and then you just strap it to the front, and the wind can take you, man.
So is it like a canoe? Have you ever canoed?
Yeah, it's like a kayak, but it's flat, and you can stand on it, and it's
So you just
super
like
stable.
paddle and then
Yeah.
you just turn your paddle to,
Yeah, exactly,
to turn
man.
it? Okay.
Yeah, and I sat, dude. There was times where I just sat down when we were down Barton Springs. I just sat down and did that. It was awesome. Jaden and Kinley did the same thing. One time, Jaden went by me, dude, and he's like, "Dad, check it out." He's all doing push-ups while he's on it. I was like, "Well, good. Look at you, dude." I think he got the idea because there were some chicks up the creek from us, or up. They were doing yoga, dude. At first, I didn't know what was
On
going
a paddleboard?
Yeah, like
Oh.
there was a bunch of them doing yoga. They were kind of at a distance, and I kept looking. I'm like, what is that on top of a paddleboard? But she was bent to where like her legs were like this, and she was folded back, just I guess doing some good stretching. But I was just like, dang. So I guess Jaden saw that. But no, the other thing, dude, when we were on Barton Springs, no joke, man, I was just smelling straight up weed. Like they were just blazing it up right there, man. Not a care in the world.
Cops in Austin have way bigger things to worry about than
And
people
they were
smoking
cruising
weed.
up and down that place. This is
Really?
like, yeah. Like they didn't even, I know they smelled it. There's no way in hell they did not smell it, you know? And they just putted by. They had little tugboat. They just putted by. And there was chicks laying out there, Brazilian style, son. Boobies out.
What's Brazilian?
I thought I had seen it because I looked up on the ridge there and I was all, the trees were kind of in the way, but I was like, pretty sure she was topless. And then I guess my wife confirmed. Kim said that because she asked me.
That's
later
why
on that
Jaden's doing push-ups.
yeah. She asked me later. She's like, "Did you see those girls up on top laying topless?" I was like, I thought I did. And as Kim's telling me this, Jaden's all, "What? How come you didn't tell me, Mom?" All upset that he didn't get to see titties out there.
That's too much. Good, man.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man.
Recharge the batteries a little bit.
Yes, it did. It did. It made me also just want to. I stayed in a condo the first night when we were near the Bronzeville, man. It kind of made me want to start getting into buying a little rental, buying some rental property.
Sure.
It's got me thinking about stuff like that. I would love to do that, man. Be able to live that way.
Real estate is good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully, in a couple podcasts, we'll have someone that's really savvy on that to talk about that to us.
The condo you stay in was in New Braunfels?
Yeah.
Was it like a timeshare deal or?
No, I don't know if it was. If you can find it on the interweb, dude, it was right there on
I guess I'm getting
Box Street.
How did you?
I just went to Booking.com and I just put what I put.
Oh, okay. And it was fully furnished.
Fully furnished, man. Everything in there.
Dude, I think that's the best way. That's the best way to do it. Like, because my parents had a timeshare.
Yeah.
But they had and it was in Mesquite, Nevada, which is like 80 miles north of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And they had what was called a bungalow, but it would sleep like 11 people.
Yeah.
But it had everything. And it ended up working out better because you weren't spending outrageous money on eating out all the time.
Yeah,
You know, because they had everything. Kitchen
'cause,
had everything.
dude, I
So you
went
just go
down,
buy some groceries.
I did. That's what I did. I went down to HEB, bought stuff to make fajitas, fajited it up that night, dude, on the grill that's in the backyard of that condo.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad I did that because I was really close, and I think me and you talked about this. Like, I was thinking about buying a little RV. You know, did we start doing the RV life? But you know what? I'm not about that, dude.
It's cool,
I'm
man.
not about that life.
Here's what you got to think about, and this is like,
where am I going to store that thing?
Well,
there's a lot of things that come with that.
And like just watching my parents do it, you know.
Yeah.
But we used ours a lot.
Yeah.
Like you know, the weather in Wyoming is such that, you know, you buy one, and I mean, I guess you could use it. Like a lot of people, if they work in an oil field or they're welders or whatever, they live in them. But you got probably about 4, maybe 5 good months to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But so like my dad planned this out like years in advance because they wanted one. So he had to get like a cement pad poured.
Yeah.
So that we could park it at the house. So he didn't have to pay to store
it.
But that cost a grip.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to get a truck to pull it.
Yep.
And then they bought one. And then it was like, then they started then over time, you know, bedding and pots and pans. And it's like you kind of almost have to equip a whole nother house.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then you get it. And it's like every trip you make, like you get out there and you realize, shit, I need this or I need that.
Yeah.
And it's just
the add-ons.
You end up, it's a lot of money, man. And really, like you said, like you could almost do that now without actually doing it. You could just say, okay, so this is what an RV payment would be.
Oh yeah.
And this is that, and start putting that away, and then you can just take a really badass vacation.
Just use that money to rent. Yeah, to rent something out and then spend money on a hotel.
But like I said, for us, you know, we went every weekend.
Yeah.
We were in the mountains every weekend.
Area too, and where you're located at makes a big difference too, man. Here in West Texas, I just don't know about me buying an RV just to go RVing, man.
And honestly, like camping here is totally different than camping in Wyoming. You know,
camping in Wyoming, you can get killed by a bear.
True, but if you have an RV trailer, you can lock yourself inside it.
It won't stop some of those bears, dude. Especially if you get the canvas top for sleeper.
Yeah, well, we had the
and they get you out of there
one, you know.
And eat
but you know, you like the summers, it gets really cool at night.
Yeah.
And it's not super hot during the day. Mm-hmm. You know, here, I mean, you'd have to like, and really here, there isn't anywhere like in Wyoming. You can just go somewhere and park it.
Yeah.
And that's your campsite, and you may not see anybody the whole time you're there. You know,
crazy.
In Texas, unless you go on somebody's land. But it's going to be too hot to do stuff in the summertime. Yeah. You know, I don't know. It's just different.
It is. It's just the environment's different, man. But
extra gas to pull it where you're going. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're nice. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but you know what? My parents spent all that money, and it was great for them because they were comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I still pitched a tent outside. Mm-hmm. And my mom and dad's like, "What is wrong with you? Like, you got a bed in here you can sleep in." And I was like, yeah, but that's not camping.
Yeah,
this
and
is
you
camping.
Guys, I don't want you guys to hear me jacking off inside the RV.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna jack it out here in my tent, pitching a tent.
Like, I like to hang out with the bears.
Yep. And that condo we got too, it slept 8. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was actually almost bigger than my house. For reals.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good size up. I'll show you the pics later, man. It was nice. It was really nice. And we were like 250 yards away from Texas Tubes. So we would just walk out, go down the road. Texas Tubes is right there. Get on the tubes, go down the coal mall.
What was your tube rental? How much that cost?
I think it's $20 a person.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it took us down like 3 hours down the Coal Mall River. And then Texas Tubes has a bus to pick you up, takes you right back. Texas Tubes, and like I said, my place was only 250 yards away from there, so it was great. Nice. It was nice. And then right beside us, dude, there was these condominiums where you can get like a little dorm room. That's what they look like to me, like little dorm room. Yeah, like little dorms, and you could stay there. I guess if you were single or if it's just 2 of you. do something like that. It could be way cheaper than
Were people boozing on the river?
Yes, they were.
Were they?
People were boozing.
Because I know at one point in time that I don't know if it was the state of Texas or the city or whoever was talking about banning booze on the river.
They did have a lot of rules about like this. You can't take this container. You can't take that on there, right? But if you want to take a water bottle, like a hard one, you know, like one of those Yeti ones, you can take that. But what was weird is they were still allowing you to take cans, you know. But they did say, please take care of your litter,
your trash.
Yeah. But they don't want water bottles like plastic at all. Yeah, they had a few rules in there, but everybody's still drinking. I did do this though. Like if anybody's gonna go do any of this tubing going down the Guadalupe, the Comal, any of those, they're all interconnected. What I did is I went on the internet. They have Texas Tubes has a site where you can look, and they have a camera on the river to show you what it looks like. So I used that cam, and the water level there looked higher. And of course, I was nerding it out, dude. I wanted to make sure I was going to go into the river and it wasn't going to be shallow, because that's happened to me back in the day, and that sucks. The Guadalupe was low. So I was like, I ain't going there. That's a no-brainer. And plus, I've never been down the Comal. So I wanted to check that one out. So it worked out, man. The trip just worked out. So if you're ever curious about tubing, man, look at some of those places that rent those tubes. A lot of those tubing places have cameras right on the river, so you can check the river level and see the flow. So, yeah, the Comal looked cool.
Comal, old Jason Boland song.
Yeah,
Comal County Blues.
That right across from our condo, there's this. It was another tubing place. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I got it on my phone because they sent me a receipt. We would go across the street to get frozen drinks there. So, right across the street there, they have a loud speaker playing just West Texas country music, dude.
Nice.
So it was cool, man.
Yeah.
I would step out onto my back porch and I could hear the music there. I could hear the river water, you know, going by. It made me almost want to move there, dude. I think I like the fact that you can just always jump in some water and it's close. And the flip flops and shorts life. I love it. I think that's my flip coming out.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like an island life.
Yes. But yeah, that place was cool, man. It was always had music on, and a couple times though, I heard Aldean on there. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Pandora.
They may have had it on Pandora, and he snuck on, dude, because he would sneak on when I was using that Pandora app. I'm like, what the hell is Jason Aldean sneaking on here for? For all you Aldean fans out there, hopefully I'm not offending you.
He almost got shot, dude.
Oh yeah, the Vegas thing.
I mean, I don't want him to die, of course.
Yeah,
you know,
that was the other. It was a little odd. You know how
shitty music.
You know how we're Texas here. We're always packing heat. I felt weird going down the river without my heater. Strange, right? Like, because I always have it.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
no, that
anywhere
is strange,
I go, I was just like, for a minute there, I felt naked. You know, like.
Why don't you take it
down the river?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. Get water on it.
I mean, you weren't in the water, were you?
I did get in there.
Did
like
you?
I'd get out of my tube and go swim.
Just pull it out and set it on the bank. Go for a swim.
But it felt weird, dude. But I guess it felt weird because I'm so accustomed to having it now. Yeah. Just like how we take our cell phones and stuff like that.
Well, you're carrying a little fanny pack, man. Take a Ziploc.
I guess I could have, but I don't know. I just left it, locked it up in the house. I mean, I took it with me on the trip.
Especially if I was walking around that liberal city.
You know what? I didn't have any problems there. It didn't
Democrats.
It didn't seem bad. I didn't go there and like, hey, let's talk politics.
You didn't wear your "Make America Great Again" hat?
No, I didn't want to get smoked.
MAGA. Hashtag MAGA.
What if I saw some Antifa people there? Is that what they call it? Antifa? Antifa. Fucking idiots.
Austin's a fun city, man.
Yeah.
It's a fun city. I've been there a few times.
It's changed quite a bit from the last time I've been down there.
I'm trying to remember. 2009, I think it was me, Donnie Blessing, and Terry.
Yeah.
And Terry's brother went down there. Robert may have went. I don't remember.
That's trouble. That whole group right there is trouble. It is. I'm glad I didn't go.
Though. We ended up in some strip club, man. What was it? I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of it, but Terry's brother got food poisoning at some point, and we got back to the hotel, and like, oh yeah, it was Robert was there because I had to sleep with Robert in a bed. Dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like sleeping just fine. I wake up and I like kind of open my eyes, and Robert's just staring at me, and he's
like, what a
creepy.
weirdo, dude.
And I'm like, what the hell? He's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, because you're
I
snoring,
was
huh?
snoring. I was drunk.
You're the
man.
bear, dude. You're a little baby bear, man. You just get it.
Yeah.
You get it at lunchtime, dude. After we eat, sometimes you take your little snoozer. You're fucking getting it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes for fun, I plug your nose and make you go, and I let go real quick. No, you're getting it, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm like, what, dude? I'm just sleeping. Go sleep. Roll over.
He's just mad at you, dude.
So after that, if we ever went, so he's like, I'm not sleeping in the same bed as Andy. I'm not doing it. I was like, look, come here, girl.
Sometimes it might be soothing to some people. I think sometimes people just try to focus too much on it, dude. Maybe Robert was just doing that too much, man. Just watching you.
I think he was freaking. He had other thoughts. Creepy. But sleeping. Yeah, Terry's brother got up and he was like super. He was fucking throwing up all night.
Yeah, the
Felt
poisoning,
bad for the guy.
But yeah, man, Austin's fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Kim and the kids want to move down there now. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Never know, man.
You never know. Could find me a job down there.
Yeah, a lot easier to find a job down there than here in Abilene.
Probably. But
I'll come visit, dude. I'll give me a nursing job down
that's
there.
a long drive from San Angelo. Not really that
Not
long.
really,
Dude, Austin's like 4 hours away from here, man. That's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as far as San Antonio, man.
That's what's cool about, I think is cool about Abilene is you don't have to, if you don't like city life, but you just like to visit.
Yep.
It's close.
We're almost center. You can go to everything, dude.
Yep.
You know, just branch off. So what's up, man? Did you see any current events that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
That dude that stole that airplane.
That's crazy, man.
I've always thought about it, like
stealing an airplane, or like how it would be for you if you were in the air, if you could pilot that thing and fly it.
Like I've thought about like what would really stop us at Dias from, we run motors.
Sure.
Just
yeah, you're right.
Like
you're
would like once you got out there, what would stop you? Those SPs are asleep or not. They're not paying attention half the time.
Well, you know what would stop you is once you did get airborne.
Well, that's where it's like, okay, now you're dead. I mean, you're dead regardless. I don't know if they would shoot you down, maybe, but then you start thinking about.
It would probably have to be on your intentions, man. You know, right away the tower would want to talk to you, like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? They want to know your intentions. And if you were just like, hey, man, I'm just fucking around.
I just want to try. I just want to try it out.
Yeah.
I don't think I can land it, though.
Yeah. That guy you're talking about was in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he even said, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I think the guy was just a little Looney Tunes, man. And it was like, okay, I'm going to try to fly.
So, NORAD got involved because the FAA reported a stolen airplane that was airborne, and things are a little touchy after 9/11 when something like that happens. And I guess they scrambled some fighters out of Portland, Oregon. They have I was reading about it. I knew that they had done this particular mission during 9/11. I didn't know that they still had alert fighters on each coast. For that
similar to what happened in 9/11. Yeah,
man, that is some of the it's been posted on a couple of the maintainer Facebook pages, and there's been some funny comments, but balls, man,
and I honestly think the guy probably was just going through some shit in his life, dude. He's like, fuck it.
Probably.
I don't even know if he was an aircraft maintainer. I think he was just like a dude that loads up bags on the plane. I don't know what his job was.
But this had to have been something he had been planning.
Oh yeah, or he's been thinking about. You know.
Because I obviously knew how to. He at some degree he had to know how to fly.
Here it is, man. I'm gonna post the CNN. I don't pick any of the articles or any of the specific ones. I just go to the one that come up on my Google feed, and the one on CNN is actually good because it has a lot of the transcript between him and the control tower. And if you start reading those, you almost get to feel like this guy was just like, he's down and out and he's got nothing to lose.
It's too bad.
You know, you start to feel sorry for the guy, man. But I'll post it on our site, man. He said, I played some video games. I don't need much help. So like maybe he played a lot of Flight Simulator, you know,
Maybe.
just try and get the feel for things. But like what you said, man, yeah, what's to stop us, right? I
don't know. You probably wouldn't get very far.
No, we wouldn't get very far, but we sure as hell know how to do a -1 on that plane.
Yeah.
I do them all the goddamn time. I can prep that jet to get ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, am I going to be able to take off? Maybe. You know, am I going to be able to land? Probably not.
That's what I think about. Like, I'm fairly confident that, you know, if anybody has, you know, an idea or has ever flown before or whatever, you could probably get it airborne.
Yeah.
It might be kind of sketchy, but once you got it in the air, then what the
Wow.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see it. Like I even told you, dude, I'm not a big fan of flying. And it's weird because it's my profession. I work in aviation, but I just don't like flying, man. I do not like it.
It's been a while since I flew, and I don't.
Not a big fan of it. But yeah, my job required it. You know, our job required us to fly around, whenever, especially when we deploy. I mean, how the hell am I going to get their boat? You know, that's the fastest ways for us to fly. And I would never ever even think about doing that. That guy was pretty damn ballsy, dude. He crashed it. Did he crash it, or did he get shot down?
I don't know. Walker Grant was talking about that. I mean, if you read, you know, if you read NORAD's statement, they didn't fire on him, but who knows?
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Wow.
But the fighters, from what I read, was trying, or from what was, I think Walker was saying, or maybe it was an article I read, they were trying to take him out to get him out to the ocean, get him out over the ocean.
So if he did take it down, he's not going to kill anybody or anybody else. Well, apparently where he did crash, it was just him that died, man.
Yeah. He crashed on some island in the Puget Sound.
Yeah, the Puget.
That's a cool city you should go to.
Seattle?
Yes. Very cool city.
Do I get dressed all grungy?
No.
It's not like that anymore?
No. Well, I was a kid when I was there, but I remember.
I wear my Nirvana shirt.
It was cool, man. We did a bunch of stuff. My uncle lives up there.
Yeah.
My dad's younger brother lives up there.
I think you told me, yeah. You got some Ken that lives up there.
We went to Pike's Place Market, which is a world renowned.
The fish throwing
they
thing,
throw the fish,
Yep.
you know. That, and so we did that. He actually bought a 13-pound salmon. It was like fresh caught.
God, that'd be delicious.
Then he smoked it. It was great. And then what else did we do? We got on a ferry and we went to the island of Bremerton.
Yeah.
And we toured a naval ship, the USS Turner Joy, and that was crazy, man. Because I think it was a Vietnam era ship. But
I went on to Arizona and Hawaii, and I would always think, like, dude, how many times have people smoked their heads on things on those ships, dude? Right?
Yeah.
They're like narrow, and like I can always picture people smoking the head, catching the hip, hitting their elbow on something, and that shit ain't thin, dude. Everything is solid.
That's the boat that we toured. It was pretty cool, man.
The tourney, huh?
But you get down, got into where the crew quarters were or whatever, and I think there was 3 bunks, and so I'm a kid. I think I was like 12 or 13 at the time, maybe 14. Anyway, so I lay down on it, right, and there's literally just a few inches between my nose and the bottom of the next bunk, and then you just had like a thin ass mattress, and then you lift it up, and then you put stuff under there, like all your personal stuff under there. Crazy.
They're packed
life.
in there like sardines, dude.
Crazy life.
Yep.
It was cool though. And then what else we do? I guess that was about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we went
Seattle.
to the Boeing Museum of Flight. That was cool. They got an SR-71 there. I got to sit in the cockpit of an F-18. It was pretty neat, man. For a kid, you know.
Oh yeah, that stuff's all cool when you're little, man, and you see. I mean, yeah, and then being like, even if you're not little, just to go see that stuff if you've never seen it.
It was pretty neat.
Yep. So what else, dude?
Crazy stuff.
What else? What other current event things have you been seeing other than this guy taking that plane? I was trying to look earlier, man, to see if there was something we could talk about.
That's the big one, man.
Yeah, that's a crazy one, man. That's all over my feeds and in my social media. Like you said, Walker had posted something like that, which I talked to him and I told him it'd be awesome to have him on.
Yeah, shit.
He's a pilot, ex-crew chief.
I imagine you can just fly down here.
You're right.
And I don't like he posts. You see some of the videos he posts, like time lapses of his flights. Yeah. It's pretty cool, man.
Like I said, I don't like flying, but just watching that scenery go by, the clouds, and you know, that's pretty cool. But I just don't know, man. I get this weird feeling when I guess it's because I'm not in control, man.
Like Final Destination.
I guess I don't like it. It's just a weird feeling in my stomach. I'm just like, it makes me uneasy.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that movie like 1 week before I went to Cancun on my
Why would you do
trip.
that, dude?
It came out. I didn't know what it was about. I went much with my girlfriend, dude, and we're just like, because we were both going on a senior trip to Cancun.
Why would you do that?
Like, holy shit.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about, man. I'm starting to notice the new uniforms coming out.
Yeah, and so I've been asking the dudes at the gate, like every day, I'm like, hey man, how you like that?
Yeah, they say it's a little, it doesn't breathe as well.
It looks heavy.
Yeah, looks heavy, but it honestly, man, it looks sharp. I think it looks good.
Isn't it funny that it's like going back to like one uniform, like a more camouflage uniform? Isn't that?
Yeah. How many uniforms have we gone through within the last 10 years, man?
I've worn 3.
I've worn 4. Was it 4 or 3? Like I went from BDUs to ABUs.
And DCUs.
DCUs. Yeah. 3. Yeah. Man.
I was trying to think, and so
what pissed me off about the ABUs, man, is just we had so many different vendors making that uniform, so you couldn't get the tops and the bottoms to match.
Yeah,
you were lucky if you did get them to match.
And remember when so they made them, they were like the heavy material, and then they come out
like
with
the winter weight,
the lightweight ripstop, and those were so much better. Mm-hmm. I like the idea behind them with the the wash and wear, like don't have to press them or anything.
Well, the BDUs were supposed to be that way too, but then people started, let me iron my sleeve. I mean, I guess it looked good, but that's what the uniform wasn't meant to be worn that way.
Yeah, man. Utility uniform. Yeah,
people were starching the shit out of it.
I just don't I don't understand why the Army's got to have their style uniform, the Air Force has to have theirs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Why don't you just have the same style uniform? Just change the
patches.
Navy's.
Have you seen the blue digital camo that the Navy wears?
It's crazy
weird,
too,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Have the same utility uniform, just put a different patch on there.
And then the Marines, they got to have the Eagle Globe and Anchor. Like remember their I don't know if their new uniforms do, but their BDUs were BDUs, but they had the Eagle Globe and Anchor on them. Yep.
Yeah, just seeing those uniforms out, you're just like, wow.
And then
times are changing.
And then listening to the Jocko podcast, a lot of the operations that they did and stuff, they were with the Army, and they would wear the ACU. Mm-hmm. They were Navy SEALs, but they were wearing the ACU. Of course, they're Spec Ops, and they
can wear whatever the hell
they want.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I thought the Army's uniform was cool, man. You could just zip it up.
Yeah.
But
I watched a movie that had a bunch of DCU in it. 12 Strong. That's a good movie, man.
Is it?
Yes, very good movie. special operators that went in on horseback pretty much during the beginning of the war after 9/11.
Mhm.
Great story, man. You know,
Huh.
good movie.
Maybe I'll watch that when I get home.
I want to see if there's a book on it. There probably is, but the movie was okay. Pretty good movie, man. Yeah, it's on Amazon. Just get it. Watch
I
it.
actually have a set of multicam or OCPs
Yeah.
or whatever they call it
How'd you get those?
from Terry when he got back.
When he went to Afghanistan.
Trashganistan. They're the ones that he has. They're fucking super comfortable.
Super comfortable. I was really comfortable in DCUs.
DCU's. I think that is by far the best
like
uniform
pajamas.
I ever wore. Yep.
And I remember there'd be times where like I was just like, you know what? I'm not blousing my pants today. And I wouldn't blouse them, and they would just hang over my boots. Was I a dirtbag? Maybe. I don't know. But I was comfortable, man. And I was out there crewing jets in the desert. Yeah, I'd start noticing like a lot of people weren't doing it either. I don't know if I was a trendsetter or whatever, but yeah, I was just like, I cut. Remember they would come with a string and cut that string off, and then it was just pants was hanging out, dude. I wasn't blousing them. I was just throwing my boots on and going, kind of like what I do now. But they were comfortable, man. Very comfortable uniforms.
I always wondered why like we couldn't have like our primary uniform. You know, if you were like going to work, like why we couldn't have a like coveralls.
Well,
you know, kind of like you see some of the crew chiefs out there now, they get stripes and shit. Like, why couldn't we have had name tapes and stripes as long as our coveralls were clean and wrinkle free and serviceable?
I think after a while, everybody's gonna start looking like rodeo clowns, man.
Think?
Well, you wouldn't have that. You have some people in their uniform, some people wearing the coveralls around their waist, some people wearing them the proper way. You know, it would be a lot of craziness.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Just put your coveralls on.
I mean, I wore coveralls a lot when I was out here, mostly at home station. I'd wear on my coveralls to save on my uniforms. Because those things are cheap.
Because nobody spends their uniform allowance on uniforms.
And uniforms are not cheap, man. You can drop easily over a C note just to get one uniform ready. So I was always trying to wear my coveralls whenever I was out there, man, as much as possible.
That's what I hated about the Det, man, was blues.
I loved blues, man. I don't know what it was. I liked blues one day.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind it, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like I had to get them all like together and
the prep of having it ready. But all summer none, you can just wear your name tape. You don't have to show any of your ribbons, you know. But I cheated and I went and got those.
The super thin?
Yeah, like a super thin.
I got mine done while I was at Vic in Wichita Falls. Magnets, dude.
Yep. And it's cool, man. Just put it on there, and you're in reg, and you're wearing your medals. I liked blues, man. They were, to me, like I think I told you, like whenever I wore the blues, I didn't like wearing the short sleeve.
You did wear long sleeve all the time.
Also, all long sleeve with the tie. I think it looked sharp. Well, I felt like I looked sharp in it.
It didn't matter if I was in service dress or not, dude. I had short sleeve underneath.
Short sleeve and the tie looked so goofy to me, dude. Think about that.
In fact, my last few times standing tall in front of the commander at the Det, I didn't even have anything on my shirt underneath. I just had my jacket on.
But yeah, I didn't.
And one time I forgot my jacket, so I borrowed Chavez's jacket.
Was your name actually Carter on there? Or was
it I think I had my. I don't remember. I think I just taken my stuff home to get it all dry cleaned.
Yeah.
But I'd left my accoutrement in my desk. So I was like, Chavez, you're fat like me.
Let me get your coat, son.
Go get your coat.
Dude, you know the coat that I wore? I kept it the entire time for basic training.
Really?
Yeah. I wore it the entire time. I'm lucky there wasn't a change in that uniform because then I wouldn't have had to buy a new jacket. The pants have changed, but the jacket stayed the same. The only thing we changed on our jacket was, remember we used to wear did we used to have the rank up there too?
No.
But we changed the insignias. That's right. The insignias used to have the circle US, and then we went to just the normal US with no circle.
Officers had the circle. Yeah.
So that's the only thing I had to change on that jacket.
Well, you put rank on your lapels
Yeah.
of like your lightweight blues
Yep, that
jacket,
lightweight blues jacket.
or if you were wearing the fucking trench coat.
Well, no, that lightweight blues jacket, now they require you to have
put
the
stripes.
on the shoulders. Yeah, that's why I stopped wearing that jacket. I was like, I can't wear it now. Changing too many of these damn
Dude, I remember I
legs.
was freaking out, man. We had base lib, basic training, and my
Mhm.
parents come down, you know, and there was certain points where they could drop off and pick you up at,
Yeah.
and you had to walk to those places. So I had my blues, yeah, and I had my jacket on. Why? I still don't know why I was wearing that jacket. I graduated basic training in September. I don't know why I had that jacket on. But remember, I think it had to be like half zipped.
Yes.
I don't remember just had to be half zipped.
Like a 3/4 of the way.
Or a 3/4,
Yeah.
something. I think I had it just a little below that. And so I'm walking, and here comes a TI, and I'm like, oh, please don't say nothing, please don't say nothing. And I'm walking, I'm like, hello, sir.
Yeah.
And then he's like, airman, because I was graduated, so I was an airman at that point, and I stopped, fucking locked it up. He come back over, and I gave my reporting statement, and he pulls my zipper up a little bit, and he goes, you look sharp, and then fucking left. And I was like, oh, and I was like pouring sweat.
A little
dude,
bit of shit came out. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The memories.
Of the little things that used to stress you out, right? I remember I used to get stressed out when that Joker was gonna look at my to see if I folded all my socks and shit right, dude. Get all nervous. Man. Yeah. Little
4-inch squares, man.
Yeah. The bed. Oh, I don't think I got stressed out about that, but it was that drawer, man. I was like, dude. I think because of the fact that he threw it across the room a couple times. I didn't like that shit.
I know people would try to they'd make their beds or whatever, and then they'd try to squeeze in it. I was like, fuck that, man.
Dude. Yeah,
I gotta make it in the morning regardless.
Yeah. I wanted to be well rested so I can get yelled at and be prepared for the yelling that I would get that next day. So I would get as much. I love sleeping, dude.
I remember because the night before, I slept great there, dude.
Yeah.
I had no problem. Probably because I was freaking wore out. But,
yep.
I remember the night before we graduated, Hyman was our fucking dorm chief, and we had base lib that day, and we graduated off. Yeah, so this was the Thursday. So this was our first base lib, and I guess one of the dudes, his name was Stilgebauer, brought candy back, and everybody's asleep, and the TIs come in and they're rough on it. And I guess he didn't even make an attempt to hide it.
He's just straight.
And they didn't bust his ass. I remember waking up because I hear screaming, and so Hyman's bed's here on this side, and it was the bed started here, but then you had the TI's office, so this side of the bay where I was at, the bed started here, so I was the second bed in, so I was kind of kitty corner. And I remember I wake up and I kind of look over and I see 4 TIs around and just
chewing this kid up. Huh?
Just Nick, man. Chewing Nick's ass. They didn't say nothing to the kid that brought the candy. Chewing Nick's ass. And he's standing up half asleep in that gay ass Air Force PT gear that we had. And I was like, rolled over.
Yeah, I'm getting my sleep, dude. As Nick's getting over there.
Could you keep it down?
Yeah. Getting hammered by those guys, dude.
Pissed, dude. It's 3 a.m.
So they were chewing his ass because that dude had candy. Yeah.
We were the flag detail or whatever. We carried all the flags.
Those guidons?
Yeah, I carried the Missouri state flag.
Yeah. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I wanted to
attract choice.
The least amount of attention, dude.
We didn't have a choice.
It didn't work out though, because I was always at the back of the line because I'm the shortest,
We had this dude. His last name was Hoy, and he was really nervous. You get there you don't know you gotta go to the bathroom, whatever. What do you do? Do you ask? Well, I guess he had to go to the bathroom. He had to go to the bathroom for a long time. He was holding it. And we were, I don't remember if we were going to get our uniforms or what, But he come downstairs and we're forming up, and he shit himself, dude.
Oh, jeez, dude.
And he's wearing shorts, and it goes on the pad.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the TIs just start ripping his ass, right? And so, like, he's got to clean it up. So he cleans it up and get some new clothes and everything. And poor kid. Like, you got to kind of feel bad for the kid, you know. So fast forward, like, a few weeks later, as we're further into the training, we were marching somewhere, and we're coming up on another flight coming this way, and our TI halts our flight, and that TI halts that flight, and then the two TIs with that flight come over, and they're, all the TIs are talking, and you hear our TI go, "Hoy!" and he comes out, and then you hear the other TI go, "Shit boy, hoy! Is that you, shit boy?"
Man,
and I'm
dude.
like, "Oh,
that's
man.
bad, dude.
And then they just start screwing with him, man.
You think they could do that now?
No. But I don't know how it was when you went in. We got the disclaimer from the. I think you got a briefing from the first sergeant or the section superintendent. That they can't abuse you, they can't curse, they can't do any of that. And then I think you get another one from the squadron commander.
What do you think they were doing to that kid, though? They were humiliating him.
Oh, yeah. But what I'm saying, so we got all those briefings, but then our TI later on, he was like, who are they going to believe? You
wow.
or me?
Crazy.
But it was a different
time back then.
It was a different time. It was a different Air Force.
Yeah.
Crazy, though. Like, I remember that night that we come in, the locks that you had on your security drawer.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the key on a chain.
Yep, on your neck.
And they so we had this guy, and he was if I had to imagine my worst nightmare for a training instructor, it would have been him.
Yeah.
Tall, huge black dude.
Yeah.
Just
monster.
Monster. And so we're sitting out there, the door swing. We hear this door slam open, and then nothing. So everybody's kind of tense, and then you kind of relax, and we go back to chatting or whatever, and then boom, and then here he comes. Well, we all get up there, and he's giving us instructions. It's chaos.
Yeah.
Remember that kid couldn't get the key out of his lock, and that lock was, the key couldn't leave your neck, and so he gets frustrated. He takes it off, and he locks it, and he goes and put it back on, and that TI come up and grabbed him by his shirt and lifted him up against his wall locker right next to me. And I'm like, holy, and this dude was a senior airman king, man.
Wow.
And I'm like, the fuck did I get myself into? It was scary. Certainly probably nothing like the Marines or the Army, you know, but it was different, dude.
Yeah, because you're
different.
Yeah, you get right when you come off that bus, man, that night. I got there at night, I don't know about you.
We got it real late.
Yeah, it's different, man. They're yelling at you, pick them up, put them down, pick them up, put them down, and then...
Remember, everybody's like, they're making you shave, take showers, and everybody's cutting their face, and everybody's bleeding.
You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's chaos, man. And you see if you can operate in it.
There's a reason for it.
Yep. There is a good reason for all that stuff. At the time, being young, you're just like, this is so, what did I get myself into?
I didn't mind it, though. Like, after that first initial shock and you kind of figure things out.
I did not like it at all. I didn't like
it. In fact,
structure.
there was a part of me, like the last day, we're waiting to get on the bus to go to Shepherd, man. I was kind of like,
I don't want to leave.
I'm kind of sad I'm leaving, man. You got it figured out. It's easy after that.
I guess.
After that, you're going to get up. You're going to go to PT. You're going to go eat, and come back, shower, go to classes, do whatever.
Nah, I did not like it. Did not want to be there. Didn't like tech school. Didn't want to be there. Just wanted to get into the Air Force and start living life and work in airplanes.
I had a blast in tech school too, man.
Nope. I didn't like any PME. I don't know what was the matter with me, dude. I didn't like any of that stuff, dude. But I did it. And I learned some lessons doing that stuff, but I would rather not do it again.
Well, I'm not going to volunteer.
Yeah. I just didn't like any of that stuff. And even when I had to go to the NCO Academy, I was just like, but I knew it was something I had to do. I went and
Yeah.
do it. ALS was the same way. Went and did all that. PME, it's a requirement. You got to do it. I'm not a big fan, but I do see that there's some things to it. I wish some of the things they're teaching in there would change, you know. But
I hated
for
the
something
honors in my ALS class, man.
else.
Talking about, like, I remember like the first day they gave us an hour and a half lunch, and this chick that worked at the med group was like, an hour and a half, that's it. And I lost my mind, dude. And the instructor's like, Aaron Carter, stay back, I need to talk. He's like, you can't, like, he goes, I get it. You know, because I went off on her. I was like, you know, what? Fuck, we work on the, you know, half of our class here works on the flat line. We don't get that luxury. Sometimes we got to eat our lunch.
You should have scored higher on your ASVAB.
You know, we had we had 3 TAC Ps in my class.
Yeah.
It was like those guys.
Those guys are roughing it worse.
Come on, man. And you're complaining an hour and a half is not long enough?
Yeah.
You know the thing.
Just
dude, I can go take care of stuff. I can eat. I can rub one out in an hour and a half, man. Like, there's so much stuff I can do.
An hour and a half lunch is like long
That's
for a
long
maintainer,
lunch.
dude. That's like good enough for me to eat, go to the gym, and then take a shower, and then get back at work.
Yeah.
Hour and a half's long.
He's like, you can't. You gotta chill out, man. Like, I get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's different jobs in the Air Force, and we all deal with different stuff. It's just like we're aircraft mechanics, dude. We're flight line life, and I don't understand that other life. Sounds nice, very nice, but
now you understand.
You know what? Some of those jobs are a necessity, man. Like finance,
yeah.
We need them. We need finance. We need services. You know,
but
those
agencies are there to support us. They're there for us.
To support air power.
It's all about the airplane.
Yeah.
You know, and we are first line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's our first line. That's our job. Our mission is that airplane.
Yep.
Their mission is the people that, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? They support us.
They support us.
That's what frustrated me was like, so you work a mid shift and you got a pay problem, but they don't open until 9 o'clock, and then they close at 2, and then they got an hour lunch, and then they got a training day here, and you're like, when are these people ever open? I got to modify my day to fit their schedule. Oh, yeah, they're here for me.
There's some inconveniences, yes, sir. I mean? I do know what you mean.
But that's all part of it.
Mm-hmm. You know? It's part of it too, and it almost forces you to find a way and to make shit work.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Make it work. Find a way, make it work.
Yeah. It was good though. It was fun. I used to get so pissed about stuff like that though.
I would too, man. I would get really mad about a finance gig. But you know what? I saw what happens behind closed doors, why they close like that. Because right when they close early, they're doing paperwork back there, dude.
I don't care.
Yeah, they didn't. I thought they all left and went home.
Yeah.
No, they closed down because they're taking care of business back there. But yeah, get more people.
I remember when I got here, I got gained to the wrong base. I got gained to Seymour Johnson. So that's why I wasn't on. Nobody knew I was supposed to be there. I wasn't on any inbound list. Nothing. Yeah. I could have probably
went to Seymour Johnson and in process there.
Yeah, I could have probably camped out for a long time, collected a paycheck, but never went to work.
That's freaking illegal.
Maybe.
It wasn't your fault though.
No.
Where were you gonna just camp out at? Like at Texas?
My dorm room, dude.
And at Shepherd?
No. This was at Diet.
Oh, like
when I got to Diet. Yeah, like the debt had me. They had me on their roster because I was still attached to ATC.
I know. It would probably been a while before they figured out where the hell you were at.
It probably because the reason why I was upset about it is because my promotion, like when I graduated tech school, I sat on A1C. Mm-hmm. So that didn't happen. They showed me like you go to MPF and all my personnel stuff was, yes, I was an A1C finance.
Mm-hmm.
It was screwed up.
Yeah.
And my
you were-
bonus.
Oh.
I couldn't get my bonus or my promotion. I was wearing the stripes, but I couldn't get the pay for it till I was gained to Dias. It took them a year.
Wow. They just screwed you, right?
And so finally, like the only way, like nobody could help me. The
Yeah.
shirt couldn't help me. Nobody could help me. So I had to go in. I went into that. It was a tech sergeant. I went into their office every day. Like they're toward probably the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I went there every day.
Wow.
Every day.
Just
Well,
really to
every
fix
day,
it.
like at least a few times a week. I go in there and say, I'm just here. And she's like, let me check. Nothing's happened yet. And then all of a sudden one day, this is kind of old school, man. Like to check my bank account balance, I called. They remember the credit union?
Yeah, you would call. Like we had this thing called Maybell. I would call. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where I originally started banking was at Dias Federal.
Yeah.
And so I call, and it's like I had this exorbitant amount of money. I had like $8,000 in my checking account, and I was like, "What the hell happened?" And so I'm like, so then I called to like actually talk to a person.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, it's a government, deposit, blah blah blah, whatever." And I was like, "Holy shit!" So then I called finance, and then I called MPF, and they confirmed that I'd finally been gained to Dias. They paid my bonus and all the back pay for A1C.
Nice.
Dude, I was balling. That's why I got that blue truck.
I was gonna say, you got all that money, go buy a car. Dude, here lately at work, I'm not gonna name any names, but like, do you ever work with someone, dude, and they just kind of like, they lose their shit. They're so frustrated with whatever they're working on, like they just completely fucking, they start cussing. They can't even control what they're doing, dude. It's comical. It's funny to me, man. But that irks the shit out of me, man, when I see people losing it like that. I don't know what it is. It's like, dude, if it's that frustrating, detach for a second, step away, and then come back at it. But look, I just watched this guy just kind of like, just flip out on these parts that he couldn't install. And it was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I've worked with a few people that way.
It's weird, man.
Where you're like tools go flying across the floor.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I can understand getting frustrated, man.
I guess it's your tools.
I don't know. Yeah, I just like, why do you let yourself get to that point to where you're cussing at things, calling things names, dude? It was pretty funny. But yeah, sometimes I think if you get so frustrated on something, man, you need to walk away and then re-engage it. But like, yeah, detach for a second, man. Yeah.
I mean, I'll be working if something ain't going I won't lose my mind or anything, but I may like shit or
Yeah, no, dude, this was like another level, man. Like straight up, just another level of frustration. Straight up frustration, man, and it was beating him. And I just watching this guy just get pissed, man.
I guess for me, maybe I don't care enough.
I don't know. Dude, if it's something like that hard, dude, I'm gonna take a break from it, man, and come back at it.
A lot of times, that's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some people are just geared in a position or geared in a way where they just gotta keep working at it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just like if it's making you that mad, man, where it's gonna damn near cause you to have a stroke, you need to know when to stop.
Just stop and walk away. People are funny, man.
Yeah, hilarious, man.
People are funny.
But yeah, it was blowing my mind. Like, you're gonna get this angry at this job. Nah. Nope. Somebody needs to take a chill pill, dude. But did you want to wrap this one up? Or you got anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay, dude. Like I said, dude, we're on double digits.
Yep, 11.
11. Plan on having some really good guests here coming up soon, dude. Next couple episodes.
We'll get back into the swing of things.
Yep. But all right, man.
Check us out: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Like, subscribe, share.
Later.
I was cracking up the other morning.
Dude, it was true.
Oh yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about.